Next, we're going to talk about the Phoenix Hydro-X vacuum pack. The vacuum pack was designed to be installed on the Hydro-X to take the place of truck mounts. Some truck mounts, or most truck mounts, will have limitations, such as in the 20th floor of a high-rise building, it simply will not reach up that high. Or if you're 2 o'clock in the morning, you receive a call with a flood loss, which requires extraction in order to lessen the noise from outside, you can use the VacPac with the Hydro-X inside the structure. When you receive the Hydro-X VacPac, it will come fully assembled. And on the inside of the unit, you will see a rubber sleeve, PVC tube, and a lint sock. The lint sock is the most important part of this assembly. This is installed here at the plant and should be before you use it, make sure that it is installed properly and it goes right around the PVC tubing. Next, we'll install the VacPac onto the Hydro-X. The idea is to get this rubber sleeve and the stainless steel tube on the VacPac over the stainless steel tube on a base assembly. Now, we found that the easiest way to do this is to pick it up, tilt it sideways, line up the rubber sleeve, give it a twist, and the VacPac should fall directly down onto the Hydro-X. Once the VacPac is installed on the Hydro-X Extreme Extractor, the first thing we need to do is plug the lead from the handle assembly into the pigtail that is on the VacPac. And the reason for this is that the base assembly and handle assembly does not require very much amperage, so it's going to get its power directly from the VacPac. Next, we need to plug the pump out lead into the pigtail on the top half of the VacPac. This gives power to the pump out, which is housed inside of the lower half of the vacuum pack. Once that is done, to make the Hydro-X fully operational, it will be necessary to plug in 2 leads from the vacuum pack into 2 isolated 20 amp circuits. The Phoenix vacuum pack is supplied with a 50-foot 3/4 inch hose. What the hose is for is to carry the water that's been extracted from the waste tank out to a sanitary sewer. First thing to do is make sure that the end of the hose does have the gasket, and then simply attach the hose to the back of the vacuum pack and tighten it up. You notice that at the end of the hose it does have a spring, and what that's for is to keep the hose from kinking when the VacPac and Hydro-X is in use. On the other end of the hose, you'll find a check valve. This check valve is used to keep air from backing up into the hose, because if that happens, then it will be harder to prime the pump out in the bottom half of the vacuum pack. The part of this hose will be run into a sanitary sewer from or within the structure in which you're extracting. Once the pump out hose is attached to the VacPac and cords are plugged into their own circuits, we'll show you an easy trick to manage the hose and the cords while operating the Hydro-X. First thing we're going to do is we're going to grab the hose and we're going to pull it across the back side opposite of its connection of the Hydro-X. And then next, using one of the two Velcro straps the VacPac is supplied with, we're going to tether the hose to the cords. Now this is a little bit of a tricky part. When these are wrapped around the cords, they're only wrapped once. In this case, we're going to have to wrap around twice so that we can get a good tight fit around the hose and the cords. So with the soft side of the Velcro outward, we're going to go around once and then twice, and we'll slip it through the D-ring, and we're going to pull it nice and tight and fasten it to itself, and that holds it nice and tight. Next, once everything is installed, it's time to test the pump and the two vacuum motors to make sure there's power to them. And we're going to do these one at a time. We'll do the pump first. The first vacuum pack. And a second. Once everything is assembled properly, you know you have power to the pump out, to the vacuum motors, and to the extractor. Now it's time to start extracting.